You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On Friday night, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is October 29th, 2021, Friday. Yeah, you did it. You did it like nobody's business. Fastest week ever, yeah? Yeah? Friday, weekend, good times, great times, family, food, entertainment. And even $10 super chats to start the show for a hat for each of the chickens. Ah! All right, well, that'll work, right, girls? They love it. William Bridges with a $10 super chat to start out the show. Holy mackerel. For the kids, even. You know, that is really nice. I don't think about the kids that much. You think about the kids more than I do, and I appreciate that. That'll get me thinking about the kids a little bit more. Appreciate that. A continuing supporter of Goof On in all facets of ufology. Good for you. You get the, hey, that's the smaller one. Let's go this one. Falling money out of the sky. Hit Goof On in the eye. When his account was dry and shut, he got a super chat that made him strut. William Bridges, continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. So it is the weekend. And weekends were made for Michelob. Remember that commercial? Weekends were made for Michelob. That's right. This show tonight... This show tonight is going to take you places. Well, I mean, ufology is Squid Game, really. Don't you ever feel like it? I do. I don't know why I didn't see this First, why I didn't recognize hat ain't working. No, it's not the right hat for this occasion. Don't like the color scheme. There, that's better. This hat works every outfit. You guys should have a, like, what kind of hat is Rich wearing tonight shit in the chat room. I figured that would have happened by now, but it didn't. It is like a Squid Game. What is Squid Game? Well, we'll talk about all that tonight, I tell you that. We're going to fill in the blanks. Oh, yeah. You know, and I was going to, because tomorrow is the UK show, Saturday in the UK at 3 p.m. And I was going to do it tomorrow. I don't know if I should talk about the China. Let's see how it goes. Because I think I'm convinced, with the video from UFO Seekers that was out about a week ago. I don't know how I missed it. He sent it to me. He said, you want to talk about it? You can talk about it. I said, I think I want to talk about it because everything you said in that video kind of fills in the blanks for what I thought it was us. I kept thinking, we have the Tic Tacs. It's us. It may be China. We'll see how it goes tonight. We'll see how it goes. I already messed up the beginning of the show. You wouldn't have known it because I have things set up in a perfect way. You can support the show all the way through to the end, even after it ends, with the Super Chat Super Sticker. And after that, you could always do PayPal. What's the other one? Cash App. Become a patron. All that stuff. That keeps Goof on rolling. Not only do I have 11 children, 8 are going to college. Half of them going to college online. Anyway, that's how we support doing this every day. I don't know where I was going to go with that. I just realized that I'm missing half my kids. Usually they're with me. Oh, it's the weekend. See? Even they get out. I don't know what they're doing. Ma's whipping up meatballs for Mr. Bridges as we speak. We'll see how it goes. We just started. Roll call. Helen Crystal Energy, welcome to the show. Lee Guy, welcome to the show. Stu Garson, welcome to the show. Mr. Catfish 21 Hundy, welcome to the show. B. Michael Gemetria. Or is it Gemetria? Because it says G-E-H. So I don't know if that's a G or a J. But I'm going Gemetria. Welcome to the show. Off-World Adam, welcome to the show. Holel Bonner, welcome to the show. The beautiful and talented Felicia Flores, welcome to the show. Mr. William Bridges, welcome to the show. And the one and only Dorothy Hawkins. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, Rich Christie, welcome to the show. Gigi Abby Lynn, welcome to the show. AL Warrior, welcome to the show. Claudia with the Chance of UFOs, welcome to the show. Bad Boy Channel, welcome to the show. Unidentified S4, welcome to the show. B Baker, welcome to the show, because 2 B's are better than 1. Blue Chicken, welcome to the show. John Hintz, welcome to the show. And we're rounding out the last 15 seconds. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. Whoa, that jumped. Lowe's Gods, welcome to the show. Red Panda, my other second half, bed of the brain, welcome to the show. Bye, Biden Ice. Tim Frick, welcome to the show. 4. Chris 3, welcome to the show. Metalhead 2, welcome to the show. 1. Sir Wolf 67, welcome to the show. And Shadi Penoran, welcome to the show. First Floor Audio Lee, Sky Allen, and Mystic Q. Popping in here right at the very end, including the Urban Way, Ms. DJ, and that rounds it out in the Urban Way. I don't know if I said it, I'll say it again. Welcome to the show. All right, so now we officially started. See that? Remember in the old days, 10-minute intros like that. The hellos were off the charts. I have trained myself well to go through the intro within 2 minutes easily. It's a good crowd. We're starting a little slow. I wonder what's going on. Gee. Hey, Area 503. Manny, welcome to the show. I am the new Micro Machines guy. Yeah. I would love to be a micro machine. I just watched Ant-Man yesterday. Yeah, so silly. It's good. Yeah. What do they call that? Popcorn? Popcorn movies? What is that? I don't know. Popcorn ready? China military aircraft buzz Taiwan air defenses 10 days in a row. China flexing their muscles, threatening Taiwan. They want Taiwan. And they're doing it now with the threat. What do they call that? Posturing? They're showing their strength in the waters outside Taiwan, right? Taiwan? What did I say? Taiwan? Tawanawanga. Ha ha! What movie's that from? Miwanawanga. I got a lot of stuff to go through. A lot of stuff. I'm just looking for it. I'm looking for the starting video because I'm doing videos mostly to. There's a reason behind it. What we're seeing right now with China has to do, and this is all my opinion, and maybe some others out there too. This is why we had the Lou Elizondo threat assessment of UAPs the last few years. The Tic Tacs, as Lou would say, we don't think they're ours. We definitely don't think they're China or Russia's. So what are they? We don't know. But we do not have the technology to study it. He said this. That's a quote. You can quote him. So my thinking was that we've got them, but we don't want anybody to know. So we're going to blame it on UFOs. Disinfo campaign. This is what I really think it is. Why do you think the videos we saw were all FLIR videos? No clear, 1080, 4K. They've got it. You know they do. But we don't get to see that. They give us dirt. They give us a smudged lens. You might as well call it that. I don't care what the gimbal is, the Go Fast or the Tic Tac. To me, those aren't anything. Rubber Duck was better than those. But it was still FLIR. It was better. But they didn't want anything to do with it. I wonder why. Because it was already put out by a citizen. It wasn't presented to you or me as a threat by the United States government and Lou. Think about that. They wanted to do it, but they chose not to. Mainstream media said, no, thank you. From what I heard, some people were mad that they couldn't go forward with that video. Right? So we can go back 2 years, almost 3, and hear what our military thought about UFOs. What do they actually know about UFOs? Tucker Carlson asks. And a very good question, especially for 2019. Because I think what we're seeing now is the culmination of everything that was leading up to what may be announced before Thanksgiving. But I think the threat is China too now. I'm a little bit worried. But I'm not a fear-mongerer. So I will just let you decide as we go along tonight's theme. And we will hear what UFO Seekers thinks. He gave me permission to play it, break it down. It's only an 8-minute video. But we're also going to play in between a little bit of history, some things that we heard from people within the government, including Lou, and the major players. Remember, it's a Squid Game. And I want you to think about ufology as a Squid Game tonight. It could be a skin game for all I know. I don't know what goes behind closed doors, but nobody seems happy. Don't they seem like they're always sad when they come on TV? I don't know, Tucker, it's like, yeah, our military won't tell us, but we think, you know what we think? We think it's a threat. We're all going to die. Nick Pope, this is very serious. This is a threat. I've been with the MOD for 25 years ago. What have you done for us now? Tucker asks. I've done absolutely nothing. I'm surprised I'm here. But while I'm here, I might as well. All right, play it. Here's 2 years ago.
After decades of denial and secrecy and flat-out lying, America's defense establishment is finally admitting some of what it knows about UFOs. The Navy has admitted that its pilots encounter unidentified aircraft so often that they've had to draft new reporting guidelines to allow pilots to come forward. It's easy to find this funny, but it's also scary if you think about it. Our vast, well-funded defense establishment is seeing things in the sky they cannot account for, doing things they cannot understand. Should we be worried? Congressman Mark Walker is a Republican representing the state of North Carolina. He just sent a letter to the Secretary of the Navy, Richard Spencer, about the military's UFO investigations. We recently spoke to the congressman. Here's part of what he said. Should we be worried about this?
Well, we are concerned about it. As the ranking member of Terrorism and Counterintelligence, we have questions.
They are worried about it. And yes, I am going to stop these throughout the night. Because I'm going to keep repeating things. We're going to just see where we were 2 years ago and why we said what we said. They think it's a threat. You know why? Because they know it's China. Remember, this is all opinions. This is not a fact. But if you put together the pieces of the puzzle like Lou Elizondo says he does, you can see that this is probably China. Some of you may think can't be China. You'll find out.
It comes down to some of the new infrared radar systems that we're putting on some of our new jets are detecting some things out there. We call them unidentified aerial threats, and that's something that we're looking at. Our UAPs is what we call it. We want to know the information, and that's why it's important that we take a look at this.
We have new camera equipment, basically, is what he said, because we want to study this the best we can with the equipment we have that's brand new. New equipment. Does that look new to you? I really don't know.
So this has been going on an awfully long time. There's a lot of data the government has stored about this. Most of it, I think, is still classified. But there must be theories about what these objects are, what these aircraft are. What's the most plausible theory, do you think?
Well, what we don't know for sure. Obviously, what we do know is the question that we're wanting to get to is this something that's a defense mechanism from another country? We do know that China is looking at hypersonic missiles.
Oh ho ho ho! Hypersonic missiles. China. Cha-ching.
That's 25,000 kilometers, or to break it down into our language, that's getting from D.C., where I'm at, to L.A. in about 9 minutes.
All right, so that's, pretty much the train of thought in 2019 of July, right? August, September, October, we're almost in November, so 3 1/4 years, what am I saying? 2 1/4 years ago, right? All right. Oh, yeah. China's been working with hypersonic. What? Yeah, it means they can go 25,000 miles. And then he says, what I'm saying is we can go from Washington to L.A. in 9 minutes. What about the 25,000 miles he just talked about? You forget about that. Come on. Oh, let's go back a year. Let's go back to 2018. We're going to stay around this time. Now, this video I may have to play for a little bit. It's 10 minutes long. But this may have pushed the narrative of UFOs to the public a little bit quicker. Or not. You be the judge.
Edward Snowden is dropping big bombshells on the elite with new information, insight. This is incredible new information. Listen.
This new wave of whistleblowers, the Thomas Drakes, the Bill Binnies, the Kirk Wiebes, the Ed Loomises, even the John Kiriakis, the Chelsea Mannings, if it had not been for them and their examples, I might have replicated their mistakes. Thomas Drake, for going through these proper channels, was hounded by the U.S. government. He was charged under the Espionage Act, the same laws that...
I have to stop this because I have to ask people, where is this piece on his glasses? Where is it? The eyepiece. It looks like it was removed out of the picture, right? A little weirdness, no? I don't know why he doesn't have it on this side. Anyway.
They accused me of violating. This is a law that does not provide a fair trial. You are literally prohibited by law from presenting your defense to the jury. You can't tell them why you did what you did and have them decide if that was basically a relevant enough threat to the operation of the system that your acts made sense. The same way that in the United States, even a murderer can say, look, this is my life, and the jury can consider maybe this was self-defense, is denied to whistleblowers in the United States who reveal information to journalists. Under US law, it doesn't matter. These men did it anyway. They did everything right. They even went to Congress. Going to journalists was an act of last resort. And for that, the US government destroyed their lives. None of them continued in their career. Many of their pensions were threatened. Thomas Drake was charged with multiple felonies. Bill Binney was pulled out of the shower at gunpoint. Chelsea Manning is currently serving 35 years in prison in the United States. And I say, if it had not been for these individuals, what I did, my own actions, and the public benefits that have derived from them would not have been possible. I have tried to act in absolutely the most responsible way, an overly responsible way, to establish that the government will respond the same, the government will retaliate the same, regardless of how careful the whistleblower is. Whether an individual in the United States goes to WikiLeaks or they publish these things directly unredacted on the internet themselves, or whether they work as I did, where you have a system of checks and balances where journalists have the material, they make the publication decisions, not myself. And then they even give the government a chance in advance of publication.
Is a shape.
I go, hey, maybe you guys don't understand the details here. Maybe you don't see the big picture here. Maybe there's one little sentence here that you don't quite get. We'll put a human life at risk here. And because of this, we'd like to share this evidence with you that that is in fact the case, and for you to consider whether or not you want to modify your story as a result. And that has been followed in every case in the reporting that has arisen from me. But despite that, the US government makes no distinction whatsoever. And I think this is an important thing to establish because it means the government's not actually concerned with harm mitigation. They're not actually concerned with saving lives, with protecting programs, or ensuring that human sources or the efficacy of our security apparatus continues unimpeded. Maybe it's just about changing the subject. Maybe the government would rather talk about the theoretical risks of journalism when you're in an open society with a free press, where mistakes could possibly be made. Someone could possibly be hurt, although it's never happened. Not in national security reporting, not in the way we've seen. We have no public evidence, not in my case, not in Manning's case, not in any other case that we can think of, not Ellsberg, not Binney, not Drake. If this is the case, they don't want to talk about they do want to talk about the theoretical risks of journalism instead of the concrete harms of their policies, of their programs, of the decisions, the way this is affecting everyone in the United States and around the world.
So with that being said, the urban way with a I don't know how much. That's $10, I think, right? Squeeze that horn, please. Mint chicken. Same, though. Rock on, Rich. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, Goofonians. Love the urban way. That is a beautiful super chat. That's Sweden money, right? Isn't that a Schwoikel? A Schwitzatsk? What do they call that? Just being stupid. I don't know. But you get this one. Because I don't know what they call a sweet... Was it rubles? Mucho gusto, generoso, the urban way. Continuing supporter of Goofon. Thank you very much. Means everything, man. And that's right. It goes right back into the kitty. Goofon's kitty. Appreciate it, man. Really. Gigi Abby Lynn, too. $3.33. Just commenting. I like it. That's it. Just commenting. Beautiful. Beautiful. $3.33 a continuing supporter as well. And you get one of those. Thank you, Gigi Abelin, a continuing supporter of Goofon. Mucho gusto, generoso. Gigi Abelinso, 333 333 333 333 333 333. We all know what Snowden tried doing, what he did. You can watch the rest of that video. Maybe later we'll play the rest of it. I don't know. But I just wanted to throw it in there because that's around 2018. What is this? What is this? How did this get in here? I don't even know if I should play this. I'm not going to play it. It's from 2011. Let's see what it is. Why do I have this in here? It's Nick Pope. This must have been an accident.
The thing that people say is proof that it's real is actually perhaps proof that someone's put a lot of thought into this, but at the end of the day, it's just another fake. This sort of UFO, this large triangular shape, is a shape that's been reported all around the world in the last 10 or 20 years. I think the problem with a video like that is that you could say, well, come on, if something obviously that big really had been hovering over Red Square in daylight, there would be tens of thousands of witnesses, it would be tracked on radar, the Air Force would have scrambled jets and maybe...
But it's Russia! I don't know, man. I don't trust Nick Popesicle at all. You can't trust the Popesicle. Some people are asking me, how is ufology like Squid Games? Because why? Because the Squid Games are games that we played when we were children that we don't play anymore, like red light, green light. You know, when you have somebody leaning up against the tree, just like the background here. And ufology's right here. When the person up against this tree says green light, everybody starts running. Whoever gets to cross the line first without being caught moving wins. But when she says red light, you have to stop running and don't move. And if you move in the Squid Game, you're eliminated. And what do you think happened to the public once Lou won red light, green light? They shut us down. Mainstream media doesn't even want to talk to anybody. Only government and UAPs. Because why? Because the secret is out with certain people that we have got a threat. We're not going to tell you what the threat is, but it could be aliens. So we're going to tell you it may be aliens. And we got this guy, David Fravor. He, his co-pilot, his backseat driver, they all saw this apparent UFO that was about 40 feet long, moving like a ping pong ball in a cup, side to side, underwater, going at hypersonic speeds, just as Fravor says, as Fravor says, as he said once. Red light, green light. Lou wins. That game, he was the first one there. That's why we see Lou. Hey, a lot of us tried. I tried to get with Tucker. Remember, his producer contacted me. Unless that was a hoax too. Well, Tucker says the government needs to get serious about UFOs. This was the next game in the UFOlogy Squid Game. What was the second game in Squid Games? Anybody remember? Didn't they have to remove the cookie out of the center of the hard-shelled candy or something like that? They had to remove the shape. Right? They had to somehow, they picked the shape, like there's 4 different shapes. Square, rectangle, star, house, whatever. And equally picking each one's. Then you had the task of trying to remove the centerpiece without it breaking. You know who won that game? No, Corbell. He won that game. Yeah. Yeah, he won that game. He licked his way. He licked the boots. Just like the guy who licked the candy to make it weaker to fall through and to not break, the hardest one of all, the star, whatever. Tucker says we got to get serious about UFOs. This is from 2021. We're jumping a little bit ahead, about a month ago. Bootlickers!
House of Representatives just passed a defense bill, excuse me, that will cost more than $770 billion. We told you about it previous nights this week. Some of it is hard to defend, but some of it is worthwhile, and some of it is interesting. So the bill includes a provision to create a permanent office under the Defense Secretary that will be tasked with investigating reports of UFOs. That office would, quote, carry out on a department-wide basis the mission currently performed by the...
Right. Yeah, I think I went out of order, but that's okay. We talked about this more than, we probably should have. It's about the office of the SOD being inside the office of the DOD at the Pentagon. Secretary of Defense having an office for UAP-only reports that will annually be given to Congress, so Congress can deliver it to us. It's all a ruse. It's all BS. Why do you think they're focusing on UAPs only? Because of China and Russia. But really, it's China. It really is. Scary. I don't need to play that one, right? We don't need to play that one? I'm not playing that one. Wait a second. Oh, here it is. All right, here's the order we should be in. UFOs are a military issue, not a matter of belief, says Corbell. This was earlier this year. This was extremely adorable. Obama, just before they started talking to Corbell, he said what he said. I really don't know, but I think they exist and da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
It's on, huh? As we await for a new government report from the U.S. Senate on these mysterious sightings. Jeremy Corbell's an investigative filmmaker. How you doing, Jeremy? Good day to you. What you think of his answer? Where did that take your mind?
Well, I'm really glad that our representatives are finally catching up. If everybody's been watching the news, this month I released videos that I obtained that are confirmed by the Pentagon of pyramid-shaped UFOs and advanced transmedium vehicles.
They weren't confirmed as UFOs. Let's get one thing straight, Corbell. The government said, Navy, whoever said, Pentagon, that they were real videos, not real UFOs. That was not real UAPs. Never ever came up. Let's go, Corbell. Exactly, Ms. DJ. Just don't say the other one. That's beautiful. You're supposed to say, what the hell's going on? You're supposed to say, never mind. It's funny. Let's go, Corbell. Just looking at it makes me mad. I just don't know how this numbskull
descending into the water while swarming our Navy ships. Now that
they're swarming the Navy ships. How many? 14. What does the radar show? 1. It shows 1. Thanks, Corbell. Thank you for your services of bullshittery.
Pentagon has confirmed the footage that I obtained and released with my mentor in journalism, George Knapp. So when
Who says that? Who keeps saying that? With my mentor, with my mentor, with my mentalist. Mentalist! That's what it is.
I hear that. It's good to see that our representatives are finally taking...
You already said that. Oh, God, he's a repeater. That's right. So Corbell, just before the June 25th dropping of the 9-page book report that was supposed to be a lot of stuff coming out, dropped by the government, but that never happened. Man, it was good time back in May. Remember? God, that was so much fun. Having 200 people hear a show and sometimes 250. We just enjoyed ourselves, right? It was so much fun. It's funny how those days are gone. Right, the day after, June 26th, the days of 200 and 250 dwindled down to where we're usually at 150. It's amazing because that's where we were before. I just get so angry with the... What do they call it? Shadow banning.
That's plagued humankind for
centuries. Oh, yeah, here's the UFO enthusiast they called John Greenwald. So he made an appearance.
Are we totally alone in the universe? Now a new series is exploring the truth behind the existence of extraterrestrial life, government cover-ups, and shocking eyewitness accounts of aliens.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Denise.
Well, first off, thanks for having me. It was simply curiosity. It is something that has always been in my mind. What is the truth behind this phenomena? Is it alien? And when I was 15, started researching it, never once thinking that here we are 25 years later and I'd still be doing it and taking it very seriously because it's a really important topic. I never thought that, but here I am, just simply because it is fascinating.
So John Greenwald, since 15 years old, compiles FOIA request data, right, of UFOs that are reported within the government or reported anywhere for that matter. But really, he just works with doing FOIA requests and stuff like that. He's compiled so much data that we're nowhere closer to knowing the truth. And when I say nowhere closer for knowing the truth, I mean about aliens, even alien technology. So John does all this good work and has a lot of data, and at this point, after his 25 years of being in the field, I think we can say without a shadow of a doubt, and it's been mentioned before, that UFOs do exist. We know this. We don't need Lou Elizondo and Corbell to tell us about this. So they came up with the threat, pushed out the rest of us, and played the next UFOlogy Squid Game. Which was? Anybody? What was the third game they played? I think I'm skipping around. Didn't they have to shoot? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, no. When they walked across the glass plank, that was the fifth or sixth? The sixth one, right? No, the fifth one. I may be skipping ahead. I don't know. But at one point, they had to play a game with marbles. And whoever wound up with the rest, all of the marbles wins. So they could pick any game they want, right? Any child game or something they had, or any game. It just had to be a competition. And if you lose, you are eliminated. And who won that round that time? I think Lou won that round, right? Who won that round? No, wasn't Corbell. Was it Corbell? Did he win the UFO? The third game was... I can't remember who was in it. I think it was Tucker Carlson. I think it was Tucker who won that one. But media, people in the military, a lot of them left standing at this point, halfway through the Squid Games of ufology, leaving just a few civilians left. Greer, right? Greer's there. Corbell, he's still playing. Even George Knapp is still in the game. So there's plenty of people to go around, but the people who keep winning are the ones that are always on TV. You can say these Squid Games are fixed, but it seems like they're winning them fair and square. And that's all we sign up for, is that everything is fair and square, right? That's what we want in this world. Fairness. I want to hear all sides of the story, all sides of the competition of Squid Game ufology. Not a lot of women in this game. See, all the people that are in this, like Kevin Day, he's in it. All the people in this have either lost their jobs or owed money or owed favors. All these people made a deal and lost. So this is how they get a chance to pay back their debt. By telling the truth on television, right? The person who wins will win all the money, all the fame, and be the go-to guy in ufology for years to come. And every year, there's another Squid Games. I wonder who's running the Squid Games. We'll find out. There was cops who infiltrated the game trying to figure it out, you know, sneaking in, infiltrating, finding out that the major leaders wore these masks and watched the Squid Games from a room in the playing field. You know, kind of like the Coliseum. And then you'd have Caesar watching, right? Didn't Caesar? I don't know. He'd put thumbs down and thumbs up. Well, a U.S. pilot talks about the UFO incident ahead of landmark report on June 25th, 2021. Alex Dietrich. She said, the actual incident, it doesn't define me. But she's talking about it.
Actual incident doesn't define me. I don't identify as a UFO person. It only comes up in my life and other people bring it up or seek me out to talk about it. We noticed something in the water that seemed to be disturbing the water or making it churn. And in all of us looking down into that same spot of water, we were able to then visually pick up what we describe as a tic-tac.
Tic-tac, patty whack, give Dietrich a bone. She was there when Fravor was there, when other people were there, when everybody on the aircraft carrier were there, seeing these. Can you get me figured out in the picture here? God, you got me jumping around. You're making everybody sick, mainly me. All right. She didn't come into the picture until later, when I think they needed somebody to corroborate, even though there was Kevin Day and what's his name, Underwood, Christopher Underwood. We're talking about what they saw on radar. But who was able to look at these things and determine what they were? Well, I mean, Mick West did a fantastic job of trying to figure out what the gimbal, go fast, and tic-tac were, and many other things, and all the way up to the one couple weeks ago, the rubber ducky, Homeland Security, UAP. Here we go.
Yes, now is Mick West, a science writer, debunker, and
This is the day of the drop, by the way, the 25th.
UFO investigator. All right, Mick, on the desk right now, you've got Angie, who is a complete believer, and I think like you, a skeptic. So I think it's an accurate representation of the country right now and when this report comes out. But still, a lot of people hoping that we may find some extraterrestrial life out there.
Yeah, I think both sides are going to be very disappointed. I don't think there's going to be very much in the report that will actually answer anybody's questions and probably not even raise any new questions. We were kind of told that this was going to be the government telling us everything they know about UFOs. But really, I think what that's going to reveal is that they don't really know very much about UFOs. We've got a number of unexplained sightings, and we don't have any good evidence that those are aliens, and we don't even really have very good evidence that they represent some kind of advanced technology. It's just a bit of a mystery, and I think that's all the report is going to reflect today.
All right, so Mick, if we take it being something extraterrestrial out of the equation, I know that obviously there's no definitive answer as far as what this could be.
So somehow Mick West became the token scientist debunker. How did he get into this role? Well, by talking to UFO Twitter and debunking stuff. Very well. Not always perfect, but proving that what we saw on those FLIR videos aren't really what we saw, or what they tell us we think we're seeing. Remember, you and I didn't see this. All we get to see is some fuzzy video. How did he get into the Squid Game, you're wondering? Well, he has a lot of student loans to pay off still. Let's just put it that way. Sadly, Mick West was eliminated, and we haven't seen him on TV since. That's why I wanted to play a Mick West video. It's amazing. He made it. He won the next round, the marble round, but sadly, he's out. Because in the next walking across the plank game, see, there was a plank, there was glass on the left and on the right, and there was about 20 sheets of them. The right one was tempered glass, and the left one was regular glass. So if you stepped on the tempered glass, it won't break, and it can hold up to 2 people. If you jumped on the regular window pane, off you go. And of course, you get all the way to the end, and there's maybe 3 people left. And sadly, the people that were left were Jeremy Corbell. Lou Elizondo. And who's the citizen? It was the citizen that was the third one that made it there. But they didn't make it. Who was it? Oh, it was Alex Dietrich. She made it. No, but she's not a citizen. I thought it was a citizen. Oh, really? Linda Moulton Howe was there. She didn't make it. She's a citizen. Some think she comes from the CIA as a plant into ufology to play the role of somebody who thinks they have all the answers to everything. And, well, you know, the rest is history. Linda Moulton Howe's a good investigative journalist, but got lost along the way somehow, some way. Hoaxes, lies, deceit, cats. So at the end, it's Lou versus Jeremy. And they have to duel it out. And we all know who won. Lou. Lou beat Jeremy. Jeremy tried to do a kick to the head, and Lou grabbed his leg, flipped him, broke his shoulder, and I can't tell you how it happened, but let's just say Corbell was eliminated. Oh, I'm sure we'll see him around. I don't know how, but there's going to be another round to go. Lou's going to be in it. Lou's coming back. They're going to force him to come back. You know that. Lou said a lot of things. A lot of things. He was on Dr. J Radio Live and was asked some extremely good questions. And let's see how he paired out.
We use sonar. So in the atmosphere, we use radar, and underwater, we use sonar. And sonar, as we know, travels at the speed of sound underwater, which is a very dense medium. And you can get some fairly accurate readings. There is, without, again, I have to be careful what I say here, there is some reporting that exists that that suggests that some military underwater equities are also picking these things up underwater with remarkable performance characteristics, by the way.
Yeah, again, and that would being so dense, the water, I would think that's just not possible unless, of course, we explore the theory that maybe it's not touching the water. Anyhow, we got a question here. Blake and Brent Cousins, they're Third Phase of Moon, the world's largest UFO YouTube channel, and they ask, can you ask Lou, why don't we see the entire Tic Tac gimbal video from the beginning to the end? Has Lou seen the entire video?
Sure. So those videos were released because the contents of which that are now publicly available are not classified. Any information that a video picks up may have classified information. It may have sensitive information like specific call signs. It may have locational data where we are, and we don't necessarily want to broadcast that. So what you see in those videos, Go Fast Gimbal and FLIR, are portions of a video that were deemed to be
Go Fast Gimbal and FLIR? Didn't he mean Tic Tac?
Beginning to the end. Has Lou seen the entire video?
Sure.
Entire video.
Sure. So those videos were released because the contents of which that are now publicly available are not classified. Any information that a video picks up may have classified information. It may have sensitive information like specific call signs. It may have locational data where we are, and we don't necessarily want to broadcast that. So what you see in those videos, Go Fast Gimbal and FLIR, are...
What he's saying is that we can't No, I didn't. He just said it. He just said it. I just played it. Isn't that funny? No, listen to what he said, though, even before he made that silly comment. Go fast, gimbal, and FLIR. Shit! Now I forgot. Hold on. I have it on the tip of my tongue. I can still salvage it. So what Lou is saying is that the reason we can't play the longer version of that video because there may be some sensitive information. You block it out like you do everything else, or you turn the audio off. What are we, idiots? Play the video, man. We just want to see something. Oh my God, I can't believe he said it. I can't believe it. What a stupid thing to say. Oh, well, call signs and we don't want to give our location. So you block it out. Oh, man, he's such a liar. Oh, what a liar. What a liar.
Are portions of a video that were deemed to be unclassified.
Shut off. You can edit that stuff. Oh, my God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
And fit for public consumption. The reason why you don't see the rest of those videos, in some cases they don't exist, in other cases they do exist, is because the government has decided that that information is sensitive and it reveals potentially sources and methods.
It shows potentially sensitive what?
In some cases they don't exist, in other cases they do exist, is because the government has decided that that information is sensitive and it reveals potentially sources and methods.
It potentially reveals sources and methods. In other words, what Lou just said, and I'll translate.
I can tell you there's many other videos. I think the problem is that people concentrate a lot on the FLIR and those 3 videos that came out back in 2017 and 18, not realizing that that was low-hanging fruit. Those were the least compelling of the videos. They were compelling and are compelling, but there's others that really would blow your socks off.
Where are they? Blow our socks off, Lou. I want to be sockless. I'll do you better. I want to be shoeless. That's how desperate I am to see something better than a FLIR-based video. Come on, Lou! Gimbal, go fast, FLIR! He said it, not me.
That's what I honestly expected, was that we were getting just the crumbs, and you actually got to see different angles, different videos, right? 4K, 8K, things like that.
I did. I was privy to
That's all, folks.
Many other videos and photographs and reporting.
And you know, when you look at Lou, he looks like he's a nice guy. And I don't dislike Lou. I don't want people to think that I dislike Lou. I don't know him to dislike him. I dislike the bullshit. I don't like this pomp and circumstance. Is that what we're seeing here? I don't like it. It's unnecessary. What does Lou gain by going on shows and podcasts like mine or less, at the 1,000 subscribers? Poor Lou. It looked like he was bored to tears that night. Worst interview I've ever seen him do. Well, it wasn't his fault. But, you have to give him credit for trying, man. This is not easy. He's under the microscope more than all of us combined. So, Dark Hour asks, what is the biggest risk in revealing high technology that may exist while keeping the mechanics under wraps?
FLIR video out there, right? From another platform, and radar signature, maybe from an E2 Hawkeye and the Princeton and some other, radar sensor units out there. So, government taking this topic very, very seriously.
And that's what I'm really hoping for, is the day that we finally get to see this stuff. And as others of my
risk and in revealing.
Keeping the mechanics under wraps.
What is the biggest risk? And in revealing, well, I don't think there's a risk revealing the fact that there are these advanced capabilities, and I think we've done that, and I think we're doing that. Again, what we do need to pay attention to is the protection of our sources and methods and our collection activities. And that's only because not because we don't trust the American people, it's because we don't trust our adversaries. We don't want to tip our hand, because if we're using these capabilities against our adversaries, we don't necessarily want to let them know, because we spend a lot of money trying to develop these things, right? And we don't want them to develop countermeasures. So that's the normal world of intelligence and that type of.
Sadly, it seems that China has infiltrated and gathered this intelligence, this data, and bounced ahead of us in technology. How's that possible? How did China surpass our military, who's supposed to be, right, the best of the best in the world? Because China somehow infiltrated our defenses, technologically hacked everything, is what I believe. And tomorrow, I mean, I could talk about it tonight, but I'll continue it tomorrow. We're not done. I'm just saying, tomorrow I'm going to talk about it. Why China, how China, and when China infiltrated our technological advances. You want to do it now? Well, I mean, hold on. You want to do that now? I guess we could. Yeah, I guess we could. There's a lot of... You know what? Hold on a second. I don't know if I do want to talk about China right now. Okay, we're going to talk about China. Okay. All right. I guess. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to do it tomorrow. I'm going to think about it. While I'm thinking about it, I want you to watch this. Is this video of a Mars mission? I showed this a while back. This is also from Dr. J Radio Live. By the way, everything I play on tonight's show, that is YouTube. A YouTube video will be in the link. The link will be in the description, as every video is after the show.
Commander. Andre. Good luck. All right. Good luck to you.
Your hospitality on behalf of the 135 crew.
You and the EDA team on the ground really made that a big success. And Fergie, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for bringing the guys here. But of all your many, many accomplishments that you did on this mission, for us, from our perspective, the most important thing you did was bring Sandy here. Sandy, we cannot thank you enough.
Looking good for generations of space travelers to come.
Yeah, first we're going to look down.
For Houston, folder for Photo TV 3D. And it's kind of a non-standard files there. If you guys can get those.
How's that for a winner of a view? Host. Say hi, Mike.
Hi.
we're going to take a look into what you... So you can see it...
Pretty amazing. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if that's practical effects, like a globe or some sort of map that they're zooming in and out of. Kind of looked like it was like a map of Mars. I'm not too sure. All right, let's talk about China. Air traffic hobbyists in Taiwan intercepted radio challenges directed at approaching Chinese warplanes for the 10th day in a row on Tuesday. After regular activity returned to the skies around the island following a surge in confrontations at the beginning of October. Global attention on Taiwan's air defense identification zone has faded since China's People Liberation Army flew 149 sorties into the southwest corner of the ADIZ in the first 4 days of the month, including a single-day record 56 flights on October 4th. But open sources intelligent enthusiasts, OSINT, who rely on public plane and ship tracking websites to monitor military activity around the self-ruled island, are witnessing a return of the near-daily flights, which numbered an all-time high 173 sorties this month as of Monday. With 695 PLA sorties into Taiwan's ADIZ so far, 2021 is also the busiest year on record. For comparison, there were 380 such flights all of last year. After the dramatic start to the month, followed by a period of relative quiet in which Taiwan's defense ministry detected just 4 Chinese planes in 11 days, Taipei has intercepted or engaged air defenses for approaching PLA aircraft on every day since October 16th. So it looks like China is flexing its muscles at a time right before they did their hypersonic missile test that went around the world in 1 hour. It's pretty amazing. Now, they're supposed to be, look, rumors are surrounding ufology that there is an announcement that is going to be made before Thanksgiving that may propel us 20 years into the future, maybe technologically, maybe with some sort of advance in medicine. Nobody knows. But what makes the most sense is that after China just had this record-breaking rocket fly around the world, put a fear in everybody that they can just drop a nuke anywhere on the planet, it only makes sense that there would be an announcement of similar, if not identical, technology coming from the United States. We had 2 missile tests like that, like the ones from China. Both of them failed. Both crashed into the ocean. One went about 3 minutes and the other, I can't remember, 5, 12, I don't know. It was 9 minutes, I think, yeah. A lot shorter than 60 minutes to go around the world. That is pretty scary stuff. And a lot of people are talking like WW3 is on the horizon within a year. I heard 2023. Some people hear 2022. But we, as a country, cannot take this lightly anymore. So it makes sense that we will probably unveil some sort of defense system to take down these hypersonic rockets. I don't know. But it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't know what else to say. But if there's no announcement before Thanksgiving, I'm going to be a little upset. Now, Lou did this the last time. Go from podcast to podcast, not caring how big your show is. Talking about numerous things, mostly the same thing. Where did they come from? What are they? Can we test them? Do you know anything that we should know? You know, all the typical questions that Lou gets asked. I can't speak. But he's just getting his lips, his vocal cords ready for those 2-minute interviews that he's going to do on CNN, MSNBC, all right, Fox. Because there really is an announcement coming. I feel it in my bones. And if we wait too long, it wouldn't surprise me. But if we wait too long and not have anything to combat what China has within a month of them showing off that rocket, we as a country should be scared. And I think we are. And I think that is why we are kissing, not you or me, but our government is kissing China's ass. Won't say anything bad about them. Refuse to talk about what happened over the last 2 years, that it came from there. Trump didn't care. Trump knew, but this administration is kissing ass. With all this being said, UFO seekers made a video last week talking about this China rocket and what it means for the future of ufology and what it means, period. What we went through the last 2 years is because of this. It's all about everything you saw the last 2 years was disinfo campaign to blame it on nobody, because we can't tell everybody that we know it's China. You can't tell everybody because we don't want them to know we know, right? And we did. There's so much espionage going on, both countries. It's mad. It's mad, and UFO seekers put it in plain English. I think this is real impressive stuff here. So I'm going to play it, and with full permission, UFO seekers, we'll stop this and talk about it periodically. It's a short video.
China tested a hypersonic, nuclear-capable, Earth-circling missile? How can that be? Former U.S. Navy service members and Hollywood have been telling us that America is a utopia, that nothing could ever happen. The U.S. military is so advanced. Other ethnicities and countries could just never stand up to the United States. But what happened? You know, I'm a UFO investigator, and I've been telling you repeatedly, even as they shadow ban and blackball me in the media, I've been telling you that China has infiltrated American airspace, and that's because Tracy and I captured some type of hypersonic sphere, a ball, in the Sierra Nevada mountains in 2017. And Tracy and I believe it was a Chinese drone, mostly because it was flying in the wrong direction. And I know that sounds so small, such a small detail. But Tracy and I have spent 5 years in those mountains, and never once have we seen something flying the other way. Okay? Except when there was a fire and you had fire fighting equipment up there. Then they're flying in all directions, putting the fire out. But China has already been infiltrating American airspace. Now, when Tracy and I revealed that object to the public, yes, it went viral as a UFO. But Tracy and I never said it was aliens, and we don't believe it was aliens. If I did, I'd tell you what alien species it was, because I wouldn't say it was aliens unless I saw an alien. Now remember, former U.S. Navy service members who are paid spokespeople of a Hollywood corporation, which I went over in the previous video about Joe Rogan and Joe Rogan's lies about the alien topic. Now, these service members have been telling us that the US Navy is engaged in some type of war with alien spaceships, when in reality, they're covering up China's infiltration of American airspace. Now, this may seem far-fetched. Oh, the US military is number one, right? I mean, America ran out of toilet paper. We didn't even have one paper mask for every citizen after the recent pandemic, but yet Hollywood celebrities and these former military service members keep telling us that the US government has alien technology and is battling with alien spaceships, when in reality, folks, friends, fellow Americans, it's been China the whole time. And it should make you wonder, who do these people work for? Okay? And it's finally starting to come to fruition that mainstream journalists are breaking away, right? Because they've not been allowed to tell you anything about China. Mainstream journalists in the United States have only been allowed to tell you that aliens are invading our country. I don't know why. I don't know if they're working for politicians. I don't know if they just work for Hollywood. I don't know if they do it for kickbacks and television interviews. I have no idea.
And that's true. China has been taken off the board. When Liu first started this campaign that UFOs are a threat, or UAPs, he said, we know it's not us. At first, that's how it started. And we for sure know it's not China or Russia. Which, that narrative, it switched a little bit to, we don't know if we don't think it's us, and we do not think it's China or Russia. Now, we don't think, but before they knew. Why did that door just crack open a little bit for Liu when he talks this way? I don't know. It's kind of strange how that switched. Is Liu trying to tell us without telling us? No, I don't think it's that. I don't think he would risk his NDA. As if.
But some now are starting to break off. And in the Financial Times, a great story came out, and it just revealed that China tested a hypersonic, nuclear-capable missile that circled the Earth in low orbit and landed back in China. Okay, it did miss its target by about 24 miles, 24 miles, but that's not the point. The point was the hypersonic technology and the capability of it. Because remember, this shows that China could now deliver a nuclear weapon anywhere on Earth in a hypersonic delivery system. And in another new report, a U.S. ambassador admitted that the United States military has no defense for this. Well, how can that be? Hollywood celebrities and former service members working with Hollywood told you that the U.S. military is number one, no matter what. No one's even close. No one could come close. And they use that to validate their claims about aliens. So I want you to remember that, friends. I'm a UFO investigator, a civilian. And in my professional opinion, I do not see an alien spaceship war happening that certain individuals have been speaking about in public, using a public platform. Okay, I haven't seen that alien spaceship war. What I have seen, what I have photographed, is what I believe was a Chinese hypersonic drone.
But the only thing is, maybe he did. The only thing is we don't have proof that it's a Chinese hypersonic drone that was captured on video. I need to see this video because if it was hypersonic, it would have to be going ridiculously fast to even mention hypersonic drone from China. And earlier he said it was going a different direction. You know, in the last 5 years, he and his wife were there, or I think his wife, in that region. They said that these were going all one way and this one went another way. Again, not the best evidence proving that it's China. So that's a little bit of a stretch for me. But what if it isn't? What does it all mean? Maybe, I think he tells us here at the end, actually.
Flying in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Okay. I even tried to warn the U.S.
He's saying that he saw this in the United States, in the Sierras, not in China. So how do you know if it is a Chinese drone? I don't understand it. We got to take a look. We got to find that video. But I'm interested now. I really want to know.
Military about it, but they laugh. They laugh. Okay, when I told service members about it active and submitted it to Air Force bases, they laughed at me. Okay, just like they laugh at you.
Yep.
When you ask, what are you doing? How are you protecting me? What operations are going on to make sure that China isn't infiltrating our country? So just like China has been stealing our intellectual property, and that hypersonic missile that circled the globe was actually built using our secrets and our technology that was stolen.
So when I watched this the first time, and he said that, I was like, wait a minute, how do you know it's stolen? I need that evidence. To make these great claims, I've got to have really good evidence. So, hey, I love the verbiage. I love the thought process. It fills in some blanks for me. But there's not a lot of proof, okay, that tells me it's China. You can't just say it and make it so. You understand? You may have recorded something, but do you have the letters? Do you have a serial number of the drone, or is it just a light in the distance? You know, because it's possible that an American ship or drone or hypersonic whatever can probably go in another direction if it wanted to. But that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on that China makes sense. I never put China, I said it, well, what if it is China? But I never thought that putting this all together and blaming it on nobody covers everybody. And for the U.S. to say, we don't know if it's us or them or Russia, we just don't know. So what do you know? Well, we can't even test it, Lou said, because we don't have the technology to understand how to test it. What? So how do you know it's not ours, China or Russia? See? You don't. But I'll bet you $1,000,000 yen China's infiltrated and took some stuff. Man. All right, let's
Okay, that's what's been going on. China has been stealing our intellectual property, military, and now have leapfrogged us.
Well, and I also want to throw in, no longer, see, DJI drone company, you know DJI? I have one of their drones, but the military used to buy them exclusively, used to buy the drones from them. But China made the software easily to hack into so they could see what we are doing. Pretty smart. But now I think they do not do business with China and DJI anymore. As of a week or two ago. That's amazing. And that's exactly what they said. Exactly what he's saying here is that it gives them access to top secret information, location, and everything Lou said they don't want to show us. And we just let China have it because we bought their drones that had this, easy way to hack into it. I can't believe we were buying DJI drones from another country. Why weren't we just doing it ourselves? Outsource it. No name, no brand. Why couldn't we do that? It's such a weird world we live in. Up is down, down is up. You know, oh my God, stupid, stupid, stupid.
And they're still continuing to steal it. And the U.S. military is still allowing this to happen. And it mostly happens in our universities. So remember, while they laugh at you and me,
yeah,
civilians out in the real world
they're
who
the
put in
ones.
blood, sweat, and tears into the economy through our work and through our tax money, okay, they're laughing at you. They're just going to tell you it's aliens. They're pretend to be serious. Because remember that, the professional UFO investigator is warning you of China. And these former U.S. service members working with Hollywood and spokespeople at the U.S. Navy are claiming aliens are invading the United States. And they never mention China.
Yep.
No. China is great. The Chinese Communist Party is just our friends. Friends. You know, be nice. Don't say nothing. It's aliens. Just play along. And that's what happens, you guys. Okay? I've gotten the messages. They told me to play along. I'm not going to play along. Okay? I care more about the safety of the public. I care more about the future of the United States than I do about playing aliens with Hollywood. Okay? And that's why it's ended up like this. Why?
Pretty amazing. The link will be in the description. Thank you to UFO Seekers for allowing us to play this. My God, that video got over 240,000 views in a week. Oh, that's subscribers. Jeez. Is that right? 241,000 subscribers. Damn. Good for them. My goodness. But the video only has 4,500 views. How could that be? Oh, shadow ban. I did play some things on there that are a little bit risky for YouTube. Talking about China is a little bit risky, I think. The way we're not saying bad things, we're just saying what we think. But my goodness. The way things are going right now with China, they don't care if they do it right in front of our faces, under our noses, behind our backs. They don't care. They're bold right now. And we're talking about UFOs. Why? You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Okay, let's go back to February. Remember in February, there was an American Airlines pilot that this was on the news, that saw a cylindrical object at hypersonic speeds go over his airplane. Remember that? That was in February this year. China rocket? Man. Maybe the jetpack man is also China. Over LAX, 6,000, 3,000 feet. Another one at 6,000. Nobody knows who it is. At least they're telling us they don't know. And that's not a big community. Remember, we went all over that. There's only 2 or 3 people in the world that know how to put together a jetpack suit or whatever. And there's no way they can get up to 5,000 feet and still land safely unless they had a parachute, because that thing would run out of fuel. There's not a lot of time in those things. All right? And why not, for the last couple of years, this is why they had to say that these are UFOs. Because China was testing out these rockets over the globe. And some people were thinking they were UFOs. Maybe that's why. That's why they called them a threat. Because what if one of these UFOs hit somewhere in the United States or Canada? Right? What if one of them just happened to fall out of the sky and stopped working and landed in the middle of the United States somewhere? and had a nuclear capability to it, they would call it a UFO at first, talk to China and say, what the freak, what are you doing? See how they act. Maybe they would call it space debris. But whatever it was, that's why everything was called a threat. Doesn't it make sense now? China's zipping around the world in hypersonic, nuclear-capable missiles, while our missiles, hypersonic, only lasted a couple of minutes here and there. But what a cover. What a cover. Could it still be ours? Is there enough evidence to say it's China? Yes, it could be ours. I still think that. Do I think it's Russia more than ever? No. I think it's China more than ever. Could it be Russia? Man, at this point, anything's possible. All I know is we're stuck in UFOlogy Squid Game, and it's never ending this time. The public is eliminated. It's all UAP, and you know why it's all UAP? Because it is. It's all UAP. The weird thing is this, and we talked about this today when I was on Alien Addict. Why would China make it look like a rocket instead of looking like a Tic Tac? Well, maybe they do have a Tic Tac, but don't want to tell anybody they have that kind of technology. So they just say, hey, we got a hypersonic rocket that can go 15,000 plus miles an hour around the world. You don't have the Tic Tac? Tic Tac, not ours. It's not ours, no. Are you sure? Is Tic Tac yours? No. Are you sure? Yeah. Oh. Could it be Russia? No. So, you in same boat as us. This is just getting bad. Ufology has gone into a place I didn't even imagine it would go to. That it could be all China, all the time. And that Lou and everybody else is doing this disinfo campaign to not show that we're not the strongest military country in the world anymore. So we have to come out with some technology to counter China's hypersonic capability to drop a nuke anywhere on the planet within an hour at the most. I really don't give a but I do, but I really don't. I care about the safety of the citizens of this great country more than I care about going from New York to Las Vegas or Los Angeles in 9 minutes. Is that great? Yeah. As long as you can stop it and land it. I don't want to go zipping by it and have to jump out the window at Mach 20. We're in very trying times for ufology. A lot of us have been eliminated, shadow banned, silenced, not recommended, unsubbed to a lot of platforms for a lot of people. We're tucked in a corner, far away, where nobody can find us very easily. But when they find us, we want them to learn something. And we're trying, man. And I appreciate UFO Seekers for allowing me to play that, giving his opinion on what he thinks is going on. And it, like I said earlier in the show, I think it fills in the blanks for a lot of the problems that I see with Lou Elizondo, Jeremy Corbell, and a host of others on mainstream media. What was their main focal point? Threat, threat, threat. Why? Because China is the threat. Always has been, always will be. Aliens a threat? Are you kidding me? Even Lou said behind closed doors he knows it's not aliens. He knows they're not a threat. We've established that with Greer, Sheehan, and maybe a couple other people. But those two know what Lou Elizondo said. Because it's China. It's China. It's China. Hey. Pretty scary. It all makes sense. And I know you guys are chatting up a storm. I've seen some messages in there that go used every character that I can't read right now. But, man. What a time. What a time. However, Stephen Cambion of Truth Seekers put a video out because he had the Conspiracy Circus Awards. And the Boldest Liar Award went to Greer, who wasn't even featured on any of TV, Fox, MSNBC, CNN, and a host of others. But he tried to get in on it. He tried to get his name out there. But for some reason, he was given this Boldest Liar Award. And I must see why. And I'm sure I'm allowed to play this because Stephen and I said we can use anything at all from each other's show. But I've got to play this. I haven't even watched it because I know I can right now.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to the 2021 Conspiracy Circus Awards. We have some amazing categories this year and a great many awards to give out. But this year, our first category will be Boldest Liar in Conspiracy Land. Now, Conspiracy Land is filled with a lot of bold liars, psychopaths, and criminals, so the competition was really tough this year. But after listening to well over 100 Conspiracyland characters telling incredibly bold lies, we finally found this year's winner, who is telling lies so incredibly bold they're truly worthy of an award. So we're giving him one! And the winner is...
David Wilcock?
Dr. Stephen Greer.
Oh! It's Dr. Greer!
Congratulations, Dr. Stephen Greer. You're this year's award winner for Boldest Liar in Conspiracy Land. Now, I thought I'd already heard his biggest, best, and boldest lies. After all, this is the guy who once claimed he briefed a sitting CIA director about aliens. Turns out, that man said that never happened. And he made all that up. Next, he lied and said he was asked to brief Vice President Pence and also President Donald Trump about aliens. Turns out he just made all that up too. Next, he lied, well, I'm guessing it's a lie, when he said that he was getting secret briefings and meetings in the basement of the Pentagon. What an incredible and bold lie. That one is truly impressive. But nothing, and I mean nothing, no huge lie this man told in the past could truly prepare me for his newest and boldest lie yet. You see, Dr. Stephen Greer claims that the United States government once threatened to kill him and also tried to bribe him with $2 billion. Why? Well, to shut him up about those aliens, of course. But no, friends, Dr. Stephen Greer wouldn't just take that money and run. Why? Because he's a man of high integrity and impeccable ethics. He's a man of such high integrity and impeccable ethics who scammed the public with his so-called Orion project for hundreds of thousands of dollars to create a free energy device, but then never produced any device, let alone a working device like he promised, and he never explained where all that money went.
Did he give the money back, I wonder?
He's a man of such high integrity and impeccable ethics who used a dead baby skeleton to scam the public out of at least $1 million while claiming it must be an alien, when it was really just a deformed human fetus.
Oh my God. You mean that little thing was a fetus from a womb of a woman? This is very controversial, Stephen Cambion. Very controversial. But he gave the award to Greer? I would have thought Wilcock would have won it. But what I'm hearing is the same stuff I've always heard. I mean, it hasn't changed. What else is going on with Cambion and this award giveaway to Stephen Greer?
He's a man of such high integrity and impeccable ethics who just crowdfunded over $400,000 to make a film about the government's top secret plan to fake an alien
Cosmic
invasion.
hoax.
He said he needed the money badly because this was an emergency.
Yeah.
He had to get the word out about that fake alien invasion.
Yep.
And what was his proof?
No.
Well, a secondhand account from a former Nazi and NASA scientist.
Thanks, Ms. DJ.
And by
DJ.
the way, no one can verify whether that man really ever said any of that. Why? Because he's dead! But that didn't stop Dr. Stephen Greer from collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars and selling a secondhand hearsay story from a dead man.
I can't handle it. Is this real? Seriously? Oh my God, Greer did this? I can't. Oh, wait, now? Whoa. That was rude. Pull me out of that conversation. Oh, okay. The link to that award giveaway will be in the description of the show after the show here. So for a few days, we've been hammered here with severe storms. Like, unbelievable. And I got something on video I think I want to show you. Can we do that? I keep forgetting. It is Friday, so we can do whatever we want. But I've got an incredible video to show you of these storms. These are the raw videos. There's no editing. I didn't do it. I just figured I'll just bounce around. But this is unbelievable. I'm waiting for the video to upload, and for some reason, it's just not uploading. This is bad. See? Oh, here we go. That should start playing immediately. 4. There we go. Seen a storm like this one in Florida yet. Wow, it's coming down. It's getting bad too. I want to go driving this shit. Now, the weird thing about this, I've never seen that glitch before that you're seeing. It stopped. It never happened. This storm, it just, there was so much lightning and everything going around, but something was interfering with the camera. But as soon as the storm stopped, that glitch went away. It's as if there was something, the energy of the storm, I don't know. pretty wild. See? As soon as it passes over, I'm out of here. I'm getting this flickering on my phone. Whoa! It just turned green out here, man. This is, holy mackerel. I'm a little scared. This is the worst storm since I moved out here. Wow. Whoa! That lightning is badass. Oh, the street light just went out. Holy. This is like hurricane force winds. Look at this. Oh my. Oh, no way! This is unbelievable! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Look at the rain! It does come down sideways in Florida. It just dropped about 10 degrees. I mean, it's a little chilly out. Oh! The lightning's impregnable. People are coming out of their homes. They know this is something special. Oh! Look at this shit. Try to get that lightning there. Oh, dude, it's getting worse. Come on, Jimmy, that's all you got. Wow. Oh my God. I have never seen rain like this ever in my life. Look at it, it's so blurry. Another lightning, non-stop. Oh, Jesus. I have... What the fuck? Look at this! Oh my God, are you kidding me? Nah, it's dying down. What the hell is this? I'm gonna get in the car and go after it. Come on. Come on, why is it doing this? It's crazy. It's slowing down. That was the brunt of it. But it's still mad. Mad, I tell you. So I need to go that way and find it. What are they doing? Oh no, how sad. Well, that's sad. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Yep. That was a lot of fun. Wait, whoa, no, wrong one. Part 2. I wanted to show it one of these. Wow, this is amazing. These poor geese. They're eating all the worms and all of the stuff that comes out of the ground. Well, that just sucks. They gotta wait it out, I guess. Get under the tree or something. Look at that tree, how big it is. Oh, my legs are soaked. I can't even tell. This is crazy. Beautiful though, right? Yeah, that's ending now. And they just turned off the water. Look, it just stopped. They just turned it off, like Back to the Future. Right to the clicker. We'll get some cool lightning and thunder here though. Ooh, that's a weird thunder. Right over that house, there's going to be a nice one. There's another cell coming. Yep. Look at the water. Didn't even flood that much. I don't know, I'd have to say there was probably a good half-inch of rain in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Whoa, I got it. Nope, right as I turned. I thought I got it. Shoddy. Oh, that was another one. I'm surrounded now. Watch these things eat. Now they're eating. Go ahead, geese. You get all those worms. They're eating frogs and worms, everything. Watch this. Life's about them worms. The fence blew down. The fence came down. House is on fire. Camera was getting all sorts of interference on that. Look at this, how cute. What's up, ladies?
Shout out to my viewers out there stuck with the channel. I got demonetized, I think it was the 27th of April. I think almost 6 months. 90 days, all those videos but I'm back in the money. Brian still continues to make the reruns of the Golden Girls.
True.
From Squarehead, Feather King, and Former Soldier. Look, Brian Stilton has been smashed for the Golden Girls. This guy is an absolute clown. And this is, he only got, what, 85,000 viewers in the category of his Teen Devil of 25 to 54. That's 85,000.
That's a little bit of Florida for you. That's all I got. What are you going to do, right? Hey, every now and then there's going to be a storm video I'm going to show you. It's Friday night. Having a good time. That's all it is. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, too. I want to thank the moderators and super chatters for a hell of a good job again, keeping the show running smoothly and supporting the show. Thank you very much for that. Can't thank you enough. Hey, let me see if I missed anybody. I did not check PayPal during the whole show. Let's see. Yes, I did. Got a PayPal from Hungry Dragon. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you, Hungry Dragon. And also from Nathan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the support. Thank you, newcomers and veterans, giving the show a chance, coming back. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to thumbs up. Leave a comment. I'd like to have at least 50 comments, 200 thumbs up. It really helps. It does. The more activity on the channel means we get put out there more. So we'll be back tomorrow for the Saturday in the UK show at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. Until then, as always, Goof On is Truthology for Ufology. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you tomorrow.